I think to be a 5th District Supervisor, one needs to have lived in the communities and been involved in the 5th District for a period of time. I moved to the 5th District from Iowa via Los Angeles in October of 1979 to Sebastopol. So I've been in the 5th District for over 36 years, and I've been involved with a lot of different community efforts and environmental causes and political causes for the last 35 years. I was part of the wastewater wars with Santa Rosa, encouraging Santa Rosa to get their wastewater out of the Russian River. That was a 20-year effort. Politically, I've been on the Russian River Redevelopment Oversight Committee for 9 years, elected 3 times. I served on the Sonoma County Economic Development Board as an appointee of former Supervisor Mike Riley. I've been the last 6 years on the Sonoma County Planning Commission, an appointee of Supervisor Efren Carrillo. I'm blessed, at 58 years old, to have a wonderful wife, a 12-year-old daughter that goes to a charter school in Sebastopol. And of course, I feel passionately about what's going on in the community, and I always have. 2007, when Supervisor Mike Riley announced he's not going to run for Supervisor, I ran for Supervisor. At that time even, I said, because I was learning more and more about what the costs are for Sonoma County, and I saw that these recently approved massive, unfunded, retroactive pension increases in 2003 and 2006, I saw what it was doing to the budget of Sonoma County, and at that time I raised an issue. I asked the question, I said, can we afford this? I'm going to opt out. I'm not going to be part of that system. I don't want to tax the system further with the $65,000 annually that sitting supervisors get paid toward their retirement. I would opt out, and I would challenge all of the other candidates to agree with me that elected officials in Sonoma County should not get or participate in the retirement plan. If you want to be a public servant, serve the public, But I think there's an ethical conflict there where an elected official is voting to increase their retirement by 50% and not fund it. What we're seeing then is we're seeing the demise of all these essential services that county government once was able to provide for generations. Our roads are ranked the worst in the state. Our social programs have been cut tremendously. The homeless, our communities have become zombie land with homeless shuffling the streets of our cities because we don't have the resources to take care of them. So we end up with some saying that we've got 4 times the homeless in the Russian River area than per capita than San Francisco. We can't rely upon the sheriff's department or government to solve all of these problems for us. We have to enlist and involve the people in the solution. One of the favorite moments of my day is when I send my daughter off to school. I give her a big hug and I say to her, make the world more beautiful and carpe diem. And she's like, seize the day. Yeah. But as I see her walking away, it grieves me to think of the world that we're creating and we're leaving for the next generation. I think intergenerational equity is one of the most important things and the important issues of our day. It is the issue of the day that one generation cannot take from the next generation too much to the point that they can't get an education, that they can't buy a house, that they can't take care of their children and their families. We have a problem, we have to acknowledge that problem, and we have to work together with each other to solve the problem, because if we don't, the whole system's just going to collapse as it is anyway. And we see it happening all around us with our roads, our infrastructure, the lack of mental health services, the lack of money for education. Those are the kinds of things that I would look for as a supervisor. I would try to have government more as a convener. Government helping enlist and involve everybody as part of the solution and doing it in a more economical fashion.